Hey guys, welcome to the 23rd video of the playlist How to Use SolidWorks for Beginners. For those who are new to the channel, the link of the playlist is given in the description box below, or you can simply click on the I button which is present on the right top corner of your screen. Now guys, in this video we are going to understand the swept boss base feature. Now the first question that must come to your mind is that why is there a need for this particular feature? Because there are certain limitations in the extruded boss base feature which are overcome by the swept boss base feature. So it is first of all necessary that we must understand the limitations of the extruded boss base, and once you understand the limitations of extruded boss base, then you will have a very good knowledge about when to use the swept boss base feature and what are its advantages over the extruded boss base. So first of all, let's start with the limitations of the extruded boss base. Okay, so I hope that you all know how to use the extruded boss base feature. We all know that when we want to use this particular feature, then we must have a sketch first. So let us have a sketch. So for that, I'm going to select the top plane. I'm going to click on sketch and I'm going to click on sketch. Now I'm going to draw a sketch here. So let us draw any sketch. Let us draw a polygon which has 6 sides. Okay, done. Now let us give the dimensions to it. Let's give the dimensions to, let's say, 15. Enter. And I'm going to make it properly aligned. So I'll click on escape so that the smart dimension gets deactivated. I will select this side and I will add a relation horizontal. See, now it is properly aligned. Now I want to end my sketch, therefore I will exit the sketch here. Now if I want to make use of the extruded boss base feature, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this sketch, and then click on extruded boss base. Now as you can see here, once I click on extruded boss base, so I have the option to select the size of how much do I want to extrude. So let us enter any random size. Let's enter 30. Enter. Okay, done. So this is what I get using the extruded boss base. But guys, one thing that you must observe here is that when you use the extruded boss base feature, you are able to extrude your sketch in only one particular direction. Can you see? When you use the extruded boss base feature, you are able to extrude your sketch in only this one particular vertical direction. But suppose if I want to make a model somewhat like this, in this what is happening, I am first able to extrude my sketch in the vertical direction, then I am able to extrude my sketch in the rightwards direction, then again I am able to extrude my sketch in the downward direction, and again guys I am able to extrude my sketch in the rightward direction. So is this possible using the extruded boss base? This is not possible using the extruded boss base. Okay, so for that, if you want to make a model somewhat like this, in which the sketch is not extruded in only one direction, or it is extruded in many different directions, then you need to make use of the swept boss base feature. So let us now understand that how, with the help of the swept boss base feature, I can create a model somewhat like this. Okay, so for that, let me first of all delete the boss extrude feature. So for that, what I will do is that, see, I will delete this, right click on it and click on delete. Yes. Now I am not going to delete this sketch because I am going to use the same sketch, and with the help of this particular same sketch, I am going to make a model somewhat like this. Okay. So for that, see, I have drawn this scale in the top plane, as you can see. Now I am going to choose the front plane. Okay. I will choose the front plane and I will now click on sketch. Now I want to make this plane perpendicular to my line of vision, so therefore I will click on Ctrl 8. See, now can you see? See what has happened? The plane has become perpendicular to our line of vision. Okay, so let's press Ctrl 8. Now what I am going to do is that I am going to simply trace any path. Okay, so since we want to make a model somewhat like this, therefore I am going to trace a path first in the upward direction. Okay, so let us draw a line. See, I'm drawing the vertical line, escape. Let's give the dimensions to it. Let's give the dimensions to be, let's say, 100. Enter. Done. Now can you see the extrude is acting now in the rightward direction. Once it moved upwards, then it came in the rightward direction. So let us draw a horizontal line in the right direction. See, can you see? Click on escape. Let's give the dimensions to it. Let's say that the dimensions be 80. Okay, or 80 is too small. Let's give it 120. Okay. Now afterwards, what is happening is that now it is getting extruded in the downward direction. Just keep patience. You are able to understand a very beautiful concept here. See. Escape. Let's see the dimensions to be, let's say, 45. Enter. Now again I am going to draw a horizontal line. Now this particular sketch that I am drawing, guys, is nothing but the path. It is called as the path. Why it is called as the path? That you will understand in next 1 to 2 minutes. Let's give it to be 70. Done. Now I have finished my sketch, so I will exit. Now have a good look on how I have exactly drawn my sketch. I am having two sketches. See, sketch 1 is nothing but this particular sketch, and if I click on sketch 2, it is this particular path. Now I am going to click on swept boss base feature. Now in this swept boss base feature, you will have two options available. One is the sketch profile and another one is the circular profile. First we will understand the sketch profile and then we will understand the circular profile. So I have selected the sketch profile here. Now once I have selected the sketch profile, it is asking me first to select my profile that I want to extrude. Now in this case, if you observe, guys, what is being getting extruded? A hexagon is getting extruded in different directions. So therefore I am going to select my sketch 1. See, this is my sketch 1 and I want to extrude this. So I am going to select this only. Now second thing that it is asking is that in which particular path do you want to extrude it? See, can you see? It is asking us for the path. So I am going to select this sketch. See. Now guys, can you see? As soon as I selected the path, I am getting a 3D model here. And this 3D model is getting extruded first in the upward directions, then in the rightward direction, then down, and then again towards the right. Okay. Now there are different options available like the guided curves and these other options that I will explain shortly. First, have a look that how our 3D model is going to look like now. See, can you see? Our model has actually got extruded in different directions. So this is the advantage of swept boss space. Okay, so you can easily extrude your model in any particular direction, and it is not limited to only single direction. Okay, so I hope that you have at least got an basic idea about what is a swept boss base feature and why do we need the swept boss base feature. So guys, as you can see now that I have cleared my screen, and now moving ahead we will understand what is the meaning of an option that is guided curves present in swept boss base feature. So first of all, let us select the top plane, press Ctrl 8, go to sketch and click on sketch. And now what I am going to do is that I am going to draw a simple circle. You can draw any figure if you want. Okay, and I am just going to click on done. Now once this is done, now I am going to select the front plane. Why I am selecting front plane? Because I want to define the path for my profile. This circle which we have drawn is our profile, and now if we want to define the path for it, so you have to choose a plane which is somewhat perpendicular to it. Okay, so press Ctrl 8 to, and now I am going to adjust my screen by moving the cursor up by rolling your middle button of your mouse. Okay, now once this is done, now I will define the path. In this case, I am going to define a path in only one direction so that I am able to explain you all in a better way Okay, I'm not going to define it in another direction because I want to explain you all the guided curves concept. Okay, so I'll click on escape. Now once this is done, I will now end my sketch. See. Can you see? Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to draw another sketch here. So for that also I'm going to choose the front plane, or you can even choose the right plane. Okay, so and I will press Ctrl 8 here. Now once this is done, now I'm going to choose a spline. You can choose any other option available here as well, but I'm going to choose a spline here. From this spline, see, I'm drawing a spline here. Okay, done. Now I'll click on escape. Now after this thing is done, I will now exit my sketch as well. So now see, this is the sketch that I have drawn. Sketch number 1 is the circle, that is our profile. Sketch number 2 is nothing but our path, and sketch number 3 is what we are going to use for the guided curves concept. Okay, so let's select the feature. Let's select the swept boss base. Now it is first asking us for the profile. So our circle is nothing but our profile. So select the circle. Then the path is nothing but this perpendicular line which we have drawn. And after this, if you drop down this menu, then they are asking us for the guided curves, if any. Now what will happen if I choose the guided curve? Now suppose if I choose this curve as to be my guided curve, so let's see what happens. See, can you see? Now your figure 3D model is moving according to this guided curve. Earlier it was perpendicular. See, if I delete this, you will get to know the difference. Delete. See, earlier it is straight, but as soon as I select the guided curves option, see, now my 3D model is going to stick to this particular curve which is guiding it in a specific direction. Now guys, there can be 2 guided curves as well, or more guided curves as well, but here I have only shown a single guided curve. So guys, now after understanding what is the guided curves, now let us move on to the different options available in swept boss base. So now let us choose the top plane, and let us choose on Ctrl 8. Let us choose sketch, and now I'm going to draw a rectangle. So let us choose the center rectangle and draw a rectangle from here. Now I'm going to end my sketch. Again I'm going to choose a perpendicular plane here. Let's choose the front plane. Press Ctrl 8 and again click on sketch. Okay. Now after this thing is done, I now want to draw a path for my profile. So I will draw the path. Again I am going to show in only one direction for ease of understanding. You all can show it in many directions according to your need. Okay, so let us escape. Now again I'm going to end my sketch here. Now once this is done, I will now go to features, select swept boss base, and now guys it is asking me for the profile. So this is my profile. Now it is asking me for the path, so I will select my path. Okay, done. Now we have understood what is guided curves. Now let us move on to options. Now in the options, it is asking us what do you want to follow, which profile do you want to follow. I want to follow my path only. Okay, I do not do anything else. Now after this, it is asking me whether you want to twist your profile. So let's twist the profile and see what happens. So I will specify the twist value. Okay, and in this let us enter 45 degree. See, as soon as I entered 45 degree, what has happened is that the profile which we had drawn is now getting twisted by an angle of 45 degree. As it follows the path, it is getting twisted by an angle of 45 degree. Okay, so this is the meaning of twist feature which is available, profile twist. Can you see here? Now after this, if I enter let's say 80 degree, see, it is getting twisted more. Now not only that, there are other options available, whether you want to specify the twist in degrees, or whether you want to specify in radians, or whether you want to specify the number of revolutions. So currently it is 0.22. If I make it 0.8, see, now can you see the profile getting twisted by 0.8 revolutions. Now you might be wondering that if I want to find out the angle, by how much angle it is getting twisted, so how can I find out that? So you have to do nothing, you just have to multiply 0.8 by 360 degree and you will get to know by how much angle it is getting twisted. It is as simple as that. Now here there are other options available. If you want to specify the direction vector, or you can, if you want to tangent to adjacent basis, this option will be used when there is some other 3D model present. Okay, so this depends according to your need. So I hope that you have understood what is options as well. Now let us make it a decrease the twist. So I will enter 0.2, enter. Now once this is done, now what we are going to do is that we are going to now add a thin feature. Okay, so as soon as I click this checkbox, it is asking me for the how much do you want to thin. I want the thickness to be, let's say 2 mm. So as soon as I enter 2 mm, see here the thickness is increased. If I make it 4 mm, observe here, if I increase the thickness, here you will get to see the increase in thickness. If I enter 4, can you see, now again the thickness has increased. Now after this it is asking me whether you want in only one direction, if you want a mid plane. See, now when you choose mid plane, what happens is that the thickness is going to get increased on both the sides, as we have done in the extruded boss base earlier. Okay, it is as similar to that. Now if I choose 2 direction, then what will happen? Your thickness will increase in both the directions. Okay, so if I want to increase in the outer direction, let's say here I want to increase 6. See, in the outer direction now it has increased. If I want to increase in the inner direction, if I make it 4, can you see, now it has increased in the inner direction. So it is as simple as that. Now it is asking me that the curvature display, how do you want to display your sketch? Whether you want a mesh preview. Now here I don't need mesh preview, so I am not going to reset this. There are other options available like the zebra strips. Okay, and there is some other option available like curvature comps. Okay, this option you will mostly need when you encounter ANSYS workbench. So there you will come across this and you will understand better there. Okay, so I hope guys that you have understood how to use the swept boss base. So let us complete and see how our figure is going to look like. Can you see? This is how it is looking. So guys, as I mentioned in the start of the video itself, that when we select the profile, there are 2 options available, whether you want to choose the sketch profile or you want to choose the circular profile. So now we have understood the sketch profile option. Now let us understand the circular profile option. Now using the circular profile option is that you just have to create a path. Okay, so let me choose any plane. I will choose the front plane and I am going to click on sketch, and I am going to sketch only the path here. Okay, so let me sketch the path. Okay, so let's say this is my path that I have sketched. Okay, now I am going to end the sketch. Done. Now I will go to features, go to swept boss base, and here I am going to choose circular profile. Now if I choose circular profile, which means that the SolidWorks assumes that the sketch you have drawn is a circle. Okay, it assumes itself that the sketch you are going to draw, it is going to be a circle, which I have not shown here. Okay, so here it is asking me to choose only the path. So I will choose the path. So let's say this is my path, and now you can see here, see the cross sectional area is nothing but a circle, which is assumed by the SolidWorks that you have drawn a circular profile. Now here it is asking us for the diameter of the circle. If you want to increase the diameter, you can define it. Let's make it 15 and hit enter. So now can you see guys that as soon as you made 15, the size of the cross sectional has now increased. So this is how you can make use of circular profile, and the rest options are again same. Whether you want the thin feature, then you can click on thin feature. Then it is asking us for how much thin do you want, thickness do you want. I suppose let's say I want 2 mm. See, now the thickness has increased. Now where do you want to increase the thickness? Whether you want to increase the thickness in only one particular direction, or whether you want it in a mid plane, or whether you want to increase in both the directions, outside as well as inside. So there are the different options available here, so you can choose one of them. Again, for curvature display there is mesh preview available, the zebra strips available, and the curvature cones available. So guys, I hope that you have understood the sweep boss base command. Guys, if you have liked this video, then please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and go check out other SolidWorks videos. They might be helpful for you. And guys, thank you for watching this video.